Akademiks, check it out now. Oh boy, a lot of these goddamn artists getting canceled, man. Some of your favorites might be getting canceled, okay? The X's, the 6ix9ines, the Kodaks, the NBA Youngboys, the famous Dexes, the Tay Ks, they might be getting canceled by corporate entities that are saying, you know what, to everybody who has been like petitioning and tweeting at us, you're right. We don't want y'all to cancel our other sponsors, so we'll distance ourselves from these artists, okay? Now, let me give you how the music industry works nowadays. Even more important than airplay, okay? So radio airplay is actually streaming. Streaming is like the most important thing in music now. It's the thing that gets the most amount of dollars in music now. Starting 3 years ago, streaming makes more per year for record labels than actual CD sales and anything else. So streaming is the king, right? Now, the reason why I say playlists are the new radio is because playlists, they drive the majority of streams. Okay, now you guys probably didn't get my video yesterday because I saw some questions like, yo, you said X is not on Spotify. I looked him up. He's on Spotify. I didn't say he's not on Spotify at all. He's on Spotify, but he will no longer be promoted by Spotify. And if I'm saying their playlists, so the Spotify playlists that they create, the internal ones, are the new radio, they essentially banned him from the digital version of the radio. Now, let me give you the magnitude. Spotify has about 50, 60 million people who are signed up for its services, okay? And at least half of those are submitted, or not submitted, but subscribed to their very popular hip-hop playlist. It's called Rap Caviar, okay? So that's 20 plus million people who are subscribed to this playlist. I'm not saying they listen to every song. I'm not saying they listen all the time, but they're subscribed. Now, when a song gets added by artists, and artists drop songs every Friday because that's a release schedule, the playlist updates, okay? Now, it's basically a ongoing radio station that lives and breathes, and every time new songs come on, they put on new songs. Now, if your favorite artist can never be on there, number one, they're not going to be doing that well on the charts anymore. Number two, they're not getting introduced to 25 plus million people constantly. And number three, it is not getting their music to have the legs that they could get to rolling loud, that they could do these other things brand-wise, right? The reason why you see SoundCloud rappers are winning is because people have realized SoundCloud rappers, through SoundCloud, they do well with streaming. There's an audience there. So you take that audience, you pimp them for what it's worth, and that's what the streaming companies are doing now, and you combine all their audiences, and you give them some incentive to say, yeah, we know we pimped you for your 4 million fans, but we're introducing you to 20, okay? They build a community of music lovers, so they have the numbers. Right, now, I say all that to say, X, R. Kelly, Tay K, their music will no longer be promoted by Spotify because of a new rule they're going with, which says they could ban people from their playlists if they exhibit hateful content or hateful conduct. Now, we finally had X and Tay K respond, and by the way, I talked to Tay K's people, and they pretty much say, yo, listen, Akademiks, we knew this was coming, you knew this was coming, you were right, and by the way, what you said on your video yesterday, you're even more right, because that's what we're doing. So I get on to what Tay K is saying, but essentially what I said yesterday in my video, these artists are going to do. They're now trying to say, fuck that, we can't rely on Rap Caviar anymore. We have to make our own playlist that people could fuck with us, okay? Now, this is what Tay K actually said on his Instagram. He says, my songs have been removed from the playlist on Spotify because I'm accused of something that I have not been convicted of. I don't make hate music. I rap about what's going on in every hood in America. I will never let a situation hold me back from what I believe in, so I'm making my own playlist for my music and the music I rock with. Death Before Dishonor, Rugrat Music Playlist, now available on Spotify. The playlist will be updated weekly with some of our favorite new artists. Link in bio. Okay? Free Tay K. That's what he said. Now, basically he's making his own playlist. Now, X had a different approach because he responded to the New York Times article, which showed that Spotify said, man, we going to do whatever the fuck we want and we're going to handle it on a case-by-case basis. He then responded by saying, yo, I don't have a comment for this, but I got a question. Will Spotify remove all the artists listed below from playlists like Gene Simmons, Red Hot Chili Pepper, David Bowie, Real Estate, Backstreet Boys, Ozzy Osbourne, Ace, we're talking about Seal, we're talking about Jimmy Page, we're talking about Michael Jackson, we're talking about Miles Davis, Sid Vicious, 6ix9ine, Nelly, Miguel, Trey Songz, Fabulous Dr. Dre. What about them? Okay, now, some people might say, yo, yeah, that's not even like sneak dissing, but that's like snitching low-key. You dry snitching on other people who may have their music still on there. But, I mean, he's bringing up a valuable point, right? Spotify, why are you singling and choosing, right, who you're going to remove? right? If you're going to remove everybody who allegedly did these things, remove everybody. Don't pick only XXX and Tay K. That's kind of not even kind of, it's definitely hypocritical. Now, it's going into where, just like I said about the XXL list, we the people, if we care about the culture still being the culture and not overran by people with corporate interests, they're scared to lose their sponsors, so they can't put on a kid who has good music, but he might have a charge of, I don't know, attempted murder because he got in some stupid ass fight. They can't put him on playlists anymore because he's charged with some real serious shit. They're going to go with whoever who makes their pockets fatter. It's not for the culture anymore. It's for corporate interest. So we have to take the culture in our own hands. When we see that, oh, you can't make a legit merit-based XXL list, we can't take your list serious anymore. We got to start making our own. And this is what I said to all artists. Y'all got to make your own playlist. And Tay K's taking my advice. But you know what? We're going to do one further because I'm making one too. All right? I want you guys all get in the link into the description. I am going to have a playlist that you guys could follow. You guys can subscribe. It will be made and curated by me. Okay? I will have a couple of people help me. You could submit songs. We're going to get that worked out. But clearly when the streaming service are saying that their internal shit can't really rep the culture right, you might need a nigga like me to come in and say, okay, what's up? What do I need to do to really get it popping for the artists that really do deserve it? We can't play favorites. We can't play, oh, who's giving money? We got to play, this is the songs that's actually moving the culture. And if we're not doing that, you're fucking up. I'm sorry to say. Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like them, subscribe, click on that link because I made the playlist. I want you guys to fuck with it for right now. Again, it's I just threw it together just because we're going to update it weekly. Keep adding on and we'll see what it is. Okay? Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like. It's Akademiks.